Daryl Bem's self-perception theory. Understanding how people form opinions about themselves is an important part of psychology and sociology. One influential explanation of this process is self-perception theory, developed by Daryl Bem. This theory offers a simple yet powerful idea. People often learn about their own attitudes, feelings, and beliefs by observing their own behavior, especially when their internal thoughts are unclear or uncertain. In other words, just as we judge other people by what they do, we sometimes judge ourselves in the same way. In everyday life, people usually assume that attitudes come first and behavior follows. For example, someone might think that they exercise because they value health or that they help others because they are kind. However, Daryl Bem suggested that the opposite can also happen. Sometimes people perform an action first and then develop an attitude based on that action. This means that behavior can shape attitudes, not just reflect them. This idea challenges the traditional belief that our inner feelings always guide our actions. Self-perception theory becomes especially important in situations where a person does not have a strong or clear opinion. In such cases, individuals look at their own behavior and the situation in which it occurs to understand what they believe or feel. For example, if someone notices that they regularly attend social events and interact with others, they might conclude that they are a social and outgoing person, even if they had not previously thought about it in that way. The behavior becomes evidence that shapes their self-understanding. A simple example can help explain this idea. Imagine a student who starts studying regularly for exams, perhaps because of external pressure from teachers or family. Over time, the student may begin to think, "I study a lot, so I must be serious about my education." In this way, the repeated behavior of studying leads to the development of a new attitude about being a dedicated learner. The person observes their own actions and uses them as clues to understand themselves. Another important aspect of self-perception theory is that people consider the context in which their behavior occurs. If a behavior is clearly influenced by external factors, people are less likely to use it to form an internal attitude. For example, if someone helps another person because they are being paid or rewarded, they may not conclude that they are naturally helpful. However, if they help someone without any obvious reward or pressure, they are more likely to think that their behavior reflects their true character. This shows that both behavior and context are important in shaping self-perception. The theory also explains how small actions can gradually influence identity over time. When people repeatedly engage in certain behaviors, they begin to see those behaviors as part of who they are. For instance, someone who frequently reads books may start to identify themselves as a reader or a learner. Similarly, a person who volunteers regularly may begin to see themselves as caring and socially responsible. This process highlights how identity is not fixed but is continuously shaped by actions and experiences. Self-perception theory is often compared to another concept known as cognitive dissonance, which suggests that people feel discomfort when their actions do not match their beliefs. While both theories deal with the relationship between attitudes and behavior, they explain it differently. Cognitive dissonance focuses on the discomfort people feel in their effort to reduce it, while self-perception theory suggests that people simply observe their behavior and draw conclusions without necessarily experiencing strong emotional discomfort. In situations where attitudes are weak or unclear, self-perception theory provides a more straightforward explanation. This theory has many practical applications in everyday life. For example, it can be used to encourage positive behavior change. If individuals start performing a positive action, even for small or external reasons, they may eventually develop a genuine attitude that supports that behavior. For instance, a person who begins exercising for a short period each day may later develop a belief that they value fitness and health. Similarly, someone who starts practicing kindness in small ways may begin to see themselves as a kind person. This shows that behavior can be a powerful tool for personal development. Self-perception theory is also important in understanding how habits are formed. When people repeatedly perform certain actions, those actions become part of their routine, and over time, they influence how individuals see themselves. This can be both positive and negative. Positive habits can strengthen a person's confidence and identity, while negative habits can lead to harmful self-perceptions. For example, if someone frequently avoids challenges, they may begin to see themselves as incapable, even if they have the ability to succeed. Another important implication of the theory is that people may not always have direct access to their inner thoughts and feelings. Instead of looking inward, they often rely on external clues, including their own behavior, to understand themselves. This means that self-knowledge is not always immediate or accurate but is constructed over time through observation and interpretation. This idea challenges the belief that people always fully understand their own motivations. However, self-perception theory also has some limitations. It may not fully explain situations where people have strong emotions or deeply held beliefs. In such cases, individuals may rely more on their internal feelings rather than their behavior to understand themselves. Additionally, the theory may not account for all the social and cultural factors that influence behavior and identity. Despite these limitations, it remains a valuable tool for understanding how attitudes and behaviors are connected. In modern society, where people are constantly engaging in new activities and experiences, self-perception theory is highly relevant. Social media, education, work environments, and daily routines all provide opportunities for individuals to observe their own behavior and form new self-perceptions. For example, someone who regularly shares educational content online may begin to see themselves as knowledgeable or influential. This shows how modern life continues to shape identity through action. In conclusion, self-perception theory developed by Daryl Bem explains how individuals come to understand their own attitudes and identity by observing their behavior and the context in which it occurs. It shows that behavior is not only a result of internal beliefs but can also shape those beliefs over time. By recognizing this process, individuals can use their actions to positively influence their self-image and personal growth. The theory highlights the importance of everyday actions in shaping who we are and how we see ourselves. If you found this explanation helpful, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who want to learn sociology in a simple and engaging way.